Well, I've learned a lot from my dad as a young man, and he's always taught me to always have courage and be who I am.
Manhood look like?
Author, speaker, and filmmaker Kevin Powell has been examining the nuances of black manhood for decades through his books and through his poetry. Now he's put his words on film, debuting his documentary called When We Free the World. And he joins us now from New York City, NYC. How are you, Kevin?
I'm good. I'm fighting the flu, but I'm so
Oh.
happy to hear you.
Poor little thing. Well, we'll keep it quick so you can go and rest. First of all, you've been working on this all through the pandemic and everything. It's finally come to fruition. That must make you feel proud. Your child is finally born.
6 years working on this film, and you'll never guess what inspired this film.
What?
Take a wild guess. Black
Manhood?
women. Black women.
Well, of course, doesn't everything, black women inspire everything?
Yes.
Don't black women, I should say, inspire everything? Well, what, you're trying to prove your manhood to black women, or how so?
No. I was watching Beyonce's Lemonade for the first time, and I was so taken by what she created. I said, wow, I've never seen anything like this for black males, where you see, in documentary form, you see us as the whole human beings that we are, telling our stories through our own voices. You know, I'm a huge sports fan. Obviously, I'm a a longtime journalist who's written a lot about entertainment, about pop culture, including hip hop. So we'll see black men in those spaces. We'll see black men either responding to racism or being the victims of racism. But I said, what if I made a documentary that brought together 5 generations of black males, teenagers and 90 somethings, and you have everyone from straight, queer, trans, disabled, differently able, short statured. We got 12 PhDs in the film, formerly incarcerated brothers, and have them in a conversation around these different issues that affect us around manhood, fatherhood, fatherlessness, mental health. I mean, we go deep in this film, and it's something I didn't expect. Initially, it was going to be 2 hours. It turned into a feature-length film, but it's something that really I feel is needed, especially given the times that we're in. The question is, what is a man, especially when you see certain kinds of men behaving in ways that I think are not only unhealthy for our families and communities, but for our country. And
Was
that's
there an
something we gotta
underlying
think about.
theme or similarities with everybody that you talked to, did you find?
The common thread was that men have to talk and men have to be honest. We have to be honest.
With
We have
each
to
other
open
or with women and other
with
men?
everyone. Both. It's important, you know, what's hurting us. Because a lot of times we'll talk, if we're talking about straight brothers like myself, straight men like myself, a lot of us will talk about our jobs or careers. We'll talk about money. We'll talk about women, but
Sports.
we don't go beyond that. And so this film it's a deep dive. I'm telling you, I can't wait to, I mean, it's there in Chicago,
Yeah.
in New York, and I picked Chicago, New York, and shout out to AMC Theaters. They're the ones who partner with us. Chicago's one of my favorite cities. My wife's parents are from Chicago. I've spent a lot of time there. I just think it's an incredible history in Chicago, not just with the black community, but all communities. But, you know, specifically, I wanted to be in a place where I felt like, you know, it could be useful, just like New York City, where I'm from. And so that's why it's there this weekend as well.
Kevin, how did you get people to be frank? How did you pull it out of them?
Oh man, the same way when I was when I did a prison interview with Tupac Shakur when I was at Vibe magazine back in the day. You know, you're a journalist. The most successful journalist, the one who he asks the least questions. You just kind of put a pebble out there. Tell me about where did you get your definition of manhood from? What did it feel like to be a father, or what does it feel like not to have a father? And you'll be amazed at the things that come out of people. You know, one of the most poignant moments in the film is when we see the mayor of Newark, New Jersey, Ras Baraka, talking about the murder of his sister by the husband of his oldest sister. Just think about that for a second. Think about that for a second. You know, that's in a chapter of the film called Me Too, because we have to talk about violence against women and girls. We have to talk about some of the things, some of the definitions of manhood that we've gotten, and not only will we hurt each other, you know, but also we hurt other people in our communities. We hurt people who are women, people who may be different male identities than ours. And so I just put the pebble out there. I said, you know, we let the cameras roll and we pray. And I didn't do this by myself. You know, my wife is the co-producer, co-writer on this. She, Evangeline Lawson, and there were many women who made this happen, and quite a few brothers who stepped up and worked on this film. But it's like, we pray that it will be something that people will think about for many years from now, and we hope it's a conversation piece. And I think that's what it's going to be. I'm really proud of it. It was hard through COVID and everything else that
I
happened. I
bet.
mean, we literally were shooting on Zoom and camera phones and sometimes real cameras, but from a distance. It was a lot of work, but we got it done. I'm really proud of it.
Kevin, congratulations. Can't wait to see it.
Thank you. I hope everyone gets out there. And I got to shout out Brian Johnson from Trinity United Church of Christ. He did the music. Your Chicago native scored the film for us. I need to shout out
Yay.
Brian Johnson.
Chi-town. Thank you, Kevin.
Yes. Thank you.
When We Free the World is now showing at AMC River East through February 6th.